Thank you. Thank you. You have no idea what it's like to stand up here, to be honored that I have an audience of this size that wants to hear what I have to say when a lot of my friends keep telling me to shut up. I want to start by thanking, and please listen to what I have to say before you boo, because I mean this sincerely. I want to thank a lot of the men and women in law enforcement from multiple police agencies, including the Metro Toronto Police Service, that have reached out to me over this issue and have provided some very useful information and indicate that they are very supportive of this. This morning when I woke up, and I'll tell you, I had prepared a speech, and I'm not good at speeches, so I kind of threw it out, and I'm just going to ad-lib this. This morning when I opened up some social media, which I don't normally do, and I looked around, I saw some comments made online about Adam Scully, and they were not good. They were quite negative, and that put a smile on my face. It did. I smiled, and I wanted to share why with you. Those people who say negative things, they can say those negative things because of people like Adam Scully. Because he stands for the freedom, all freedom, so that you can say what you want to say. You can speak your mind. Because if it wasn't for people like him, you would be told what to say, when, and how. Now, I want to talk about trust. Trust is fundamental in marital relationships, parental relationships, school teacher-student relationships, all relationships, in corporate relationships. It's very fundamental in police civilian relationships. It's so important that the police have the trust of the people, and the people have the trust of the police, and we work together in this wonderful symbiotic relationship. Sir Robert Peel's principle, the founding principles of policing from England, were taught to us at the police academy. We are the people. The people are the police. And that's how it works effectively and efficiently. We depend on you. We depend on your information and your support, and you depend on us. Now, I've been retired for a few years. I'm no longer part of that game. In the last few days, I just wanted some brisket. So I spent a few days waiting and waiting for some brisket. I never got any brisket. Whoever got some, you're gonna have to tell me how good it was. I never got any brisket. I was there for 2 days waiting for brisket. I never got brisket. But I saw something there that I had never seen before. I had seen something that I had never seen before. Let's hear it for how many people were there. Okay, I'm gonna say, I don't know what you saw, and you probably don't know what I saw, because we didn't see the same thing. I guarantee you we did not see the same thing. I'm gonna tell you what I saw, because if you were there, you probably saw something different. Some people saw a polo match. That's not what I saw. Some people saw a mosquito getting hit with a sledgehammer. That's not what I saw. What I saw that I had never seen before was a hammer coming down and smashing a tempered sheet of glass into 1,000,000 pieces. And that sheet of glass was our Constitution. That sheet of glass that broke into a million pieces was our fundamental rights being violated. And I have never seen a police agency violate human rights to that degree. I have never seen a mosquito hit with a sledgehammer during a polo match. I had never seen anything like that, and it sickened me. But when I looked over at Pastor Hildebrand standing next to me, I know he didn't see that. He didn't see that. I saw the look on his face. I know what he saw. What he saw was 12 horses backing up against the entrance to his church. Padlocks and bolts and welded rods all over his church. People being dragged out of his church. That's what he saw. That's what went through his mind. We all saw something different. And if you're a business owner, I know what you saw. And if you're a homeowner, I know what you saw. And if you have children, it goes on and on. Now, I was talking about trust. That trust was shattered. But make no mistake, at the end of that day, there was partying and celebration. Was any of you people here at a party or celebration? No, well, there were a lot of high fives going on at the end of that day. Okay, there were a lot of high fives. Good job. Due for promotion. Yes, he's on the list. Okay, make a note of that. Okay? There were people who made the decision to make this happen and proceed with this. And it wasn't the officers that were there. It wasn't the paid duty officers that took time and a half to come out to this event. A lot of them probably didn't know what was going on until they got there. But they made a decision. They made a decision to stick with it. They made a decision to hold fast. They made a decision. We all accept responsibility. We all have to accept responsibility for the decisions that we make. And they should be responsible for that. Now, the decision to move on this was made at the highest levels. I don't have words. I don't have words for the acting chief. I don't know what to call him. I don't know what to call him, but I can say that in today's day and age, if a boy can be a girl and a girl could be a boy, an acting chief can be a tyrant. Now, I'm going to leave this with you. I'm going to give you something. I'm going to give every one of you here some information. It's your Christmas gift. Please take it home. Please spread it with everybody. After 32 years of police service, I asked myself, how did I survive this? How did I get through this? The shit that I went through. And by the way, I'm retired, so I can say this now. The shit always falls down, and you're the one at the bottom. You're getting it? This police term, this shit show that happened at Adam Skelly's, that's from the top. That falls up to the top. That's where it came from. That didn't come from the people at the bottom.
Rise up! Rise up! Rise up! Rise up!
Now, I know you're angry. I know you're angry. And I would love to give you some words of encouragement. I would love to tell you where we're at and where things are going and what's going to happen and everything's positive. But I can't sleep at night. I can't. I'm thinking about what's going on. And so I want to give you all something to get you through this, because what's going to get you through this is not prepping with rice packages and dehydrated food and storing water. I'm going to tell you what's going to get you through this. What's going to get you through this is your mental state. And I'm going to tell you the shit that I've seen in 32 years, the places that I've gone, the things that I've done, the things that people have done to me, the hole that I have fallen into and had difficulty getting up. I'm sure you have difficulties. I'm sure you have problems sleeping at night. I'm sure you go through stress. Well, I'm going to give you something to get you out of there so that you can survive the next 32 years of your life and beyond. Now, I'm not a fan of the tattoo. I don't do the tattoo things, not me. But I think if you're going to get one on your hand somewhere, You need to remember this word. Don't forget this word. Choice. Choice. Okay? You have choice. I'm passing on information to you that I have learned from people in concentration camps, people in death camps, and people in prison. This applied to them for their survival, and it applied to me when I discovered why I survived and how I got out of those holes. I'm going to pass it on to you, and you pass it on. Okay? Here's how it goes. We all have choice. We all have the ability to make a choice. You had a choice to come here or stay home. You made a decision and you came here. When you get up in the morning, I'm going to start simple and we're going to get more complicated. When you get up in the morning and you look out the window and it's a shitty day, it's cold, it's snowy, it's slushy, and you say, what a crappy day. That was your choice. That was your choice. And I've learned to say, oh, choice. Yeah, don't forget, choice. No, it's not.